Okay, when last we left off, we had went to the ancient tomb, found our rival Tartusio, convinced Harris, I believe his name is, to join us. Uh, we then defeated his mercenaries uh, and tracked Tartusio to here and found him having taken the guise of a purple kobold and engaging the kobolds in the area to um, carry out a search for some artifact he's looking for. Now we've kind of are at a crossroads here, to where at the old sycamore down here, we know that we can go there and see what Tartusio is up to. We also have the bandits at the Thorn River encampment. Uh, our journal implied that these guys may have left because of the time we spent looking for Tartusio. However, I still want to go there and see if we can catch them and get any information because remember, while Tartusio is a problem, he's been making problems for us since the beginning. Our main mission here is to defeat the bandits in the area, being led by this person called the Stag Lord. So, from Pine Patch here, where we ended up, um, as fate would have it, we are our only viable travel direction is towards Stone Ford. So we're gonna head over there. We've been having issues with the video capturing the game sounds, and so I'm hoping that this time will work better. I changed a few settings. I'm new to recording this stuff for YouTube, and so hopefully we'll get some game sounds so that you can hear the voice acting and the nice music and everything that goes along with the game that adds to the experience. So we're entering the Thorn Ford area. I don't think any of my group was fatigued yet, but we gotta double check that. Fatigue and its even worse condition, exhausted, uh, imposes significant penalties to a wide range of stats. So it's really disadvantageous to go into an area where you might have combat or even some kind of skill checks while you're fatigued or exhausted. It's better to just back out and camp and come in when you're rested. So if we remember, Svetlana asked us, this these storms are really nasty. The lightning bolts are crazy. Um, Although this was not shaking the whole screen like the last one was, so maybe it's not as bad. But if we remember, Cressel asked us, or not Cressel, Svetlana asked us, if possible, to spare Cressel, which was the bandit leader we ran into at Oleg's the first time we went there, and she left, even though the rest of her bandits decided they wanted to stay and fight. Oh, we got something there. Some edible moss. Sure, why not? Okay. So we got another piece of that necklace. I guess we're just gonna find them scattered around.
Interesting.
Okay, we got a trap.
I see something.
Or more than one trap.
Claws, please. Anything else?
Okay. So we're probably heading in the right direction if we got traps in the way. I guess we can cross here.
All according to plan.
Okay, so there's a wagon, and what is this? Okay, so there's a bandit up there. And we see her because Esteban made his perception check. Okay. I don't know if there's a way up there, so what I want to do
I am
is
prepared.
switch Esteban over to his bow.
Anything is possible.
Lindsay is ranged. Yeah, nope.
Here I am. See.
Nope.
I am yours to command.
And no, but that reminds me, we picked up a heavy shield in the last fight, and I want to switch that out. Right now, she's at +4 to hit and 23 AC. And so if we bring out the heavy shield, she goes to 21 AC, but goes to +6 to hit. And I think that's a better trade-off right now. We'll bring her back to the tower shield once she hits level 5. So in 3 levels, she'll get her tower shield back. We have a magic longsword, but I think she already has. I think we already have. Let's see. Abilities. Yeah. So yeah, she already has the weapon focus for the Master Sword. So there's no real use or no real benefit to switching to the longsword, because if we switch to longsword, then that means that um, this feat and this feat become useless. Um, right. And it'd be the same to hit. The only benefit would be is if we run into something that has um, magic resistance, and that way switching to that longsword would overcome that magic resistance. But I'm hoping that at level 2, we're not going to have that happen. Okay, so we'll
I
bring
wrote it like I saw it.
Lindsay up here. Then I want to pause and have
I know what to
Esteban
do.
attack
This
that
should
one,
do it.
Just letting the
and
angel.
Lindsay attack that
Serves
one.
you right.
So hopefully we can drop her before she sounds an alarm or whatever's going to happen here.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
There's more than one bandit. I don't know who the other one is. We're not hitting very well. Oh, okay. Here he is. So we're sending Mari, Valerie,
Strike is one.
and those two should go to handle him. So we've barely injured this bandit. He's more injured down here. Alright. Okay. So, I guess we succeeded in not raising the alarm here. I guess we can't loot her. Alright. Story card, go ahead and march along the sides. So here's the exit. So it looks like, these things are pretty square, usually. What is this? That looks weird over there. Bandit. There's herbs over there. So I think we gotta head over and check whatever this is. Because it's, I don't know, it's weird. It's still like fog in it, but it has a weird shape to it, so maybe, I mean, we can always come back and go up here. You know, maybe they were guarding the camp and it's up here, but if this is the edge, because it's usually pretty straight, and this is the river, then there's not a whole lot of land here to explore. There's gonna be a lot more land over here to explore. Okay. So there are those herbs. Let's get some saving. Okay, there's something here.
In due time.
There's a So this is kind of what I've been noticing. If you remember the last time we saw the bandits, and we highlighted them, they had a red circle around their feet. These guys have a green outline and that kind of just dotted circle. So what I think that means is that there's an interaction that has to take place here before we just start attacking. So, um, yeah, that seems to be what I've noticed so far is if you highlight someone and they uh, are in a red outline, they have a red circle, then you can just put in your attack commands and try to get the surprise off. If they're got this green outline and kind of just dotted circle, then uh, there kind of seems to be a interaction required or an interaction opportunity, which takes away from your surprise actions, but it's probably beneficial. Okay, so here's Cressel. Dark-haired bandit is kicking the ground irritably. When she sees you, she squares her shoulders and clenches her hand axes. Well, look who's here. Okay. Okay, so this seems to be more in keeping with that kind of good aligned personality that's trying not to take this place into a bloodbath, but is trying to make it a place for himself, his sister, and his friends to belong. So he's going to try to call to her higher nature. Something in your words seemed to impress Cressel. She frowns for a moment and then spits. Fine, I won't cut your throat, for now at least. But I also won't kneel to some Restov upstart. Why would you try to make peace? Are you just naturally kind? Or have you been listening to Svetlana? So here we have again some kind of contact between Cressel and Svetlana. And that was a neutral good action. Okay. Is it so hard to believe I simply might not want any unnecessary bloodshed? Life hasn't been so good to me, Cressel replies, sullen. Why should I trust you? Again, neutral good? Alright, here's my piece. The Stag Lord's been spending more time keeping an eye on the bottom of his glass than on what's going on around him. So she's saying that basically he's an alcoholic. He's spending all his time drinking. If you won't answer an insult from some Ristov crook like Jamandi, then you're right. We chose the wrong leader. So go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do. I won't stop you, but I won't help you either. And here, give this to Svetlana. The bandit places a ring in your hand, then leaves. Okay, so we got Svetlana's wedding ring, which she asked us to get back. And we did it without hurting Crystal, which she also asked us to do. I guess the question now is, are these other bandits going to follow her lead? And yeah, it looked like it. Looked like they're all leaving. Okay, so that's cool. What is this? Okay, the bandits belonging pounding on the missing heap. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I want Esteban to be the
Ready
one
for
to go
anything.
over there. Search the belongings for information or valuables. And we failed a perception check.
And
And we
Lindsay
have
is called forth.
Lindsay do it. Will that make a difference? Nope. Alright, so this was some kind of event. We failed the check, which is unfortunate. I mean, we could reload it after we saved it and try again until we got the success. But, that's in gaming terms, it's called save scumming. Where you just kind of like save the game and keep trying the event until it succeeds. And we're just gonna go through it as we get it. So there's probably something in here that could have helped us, but we failed our check. If we level up, I think we can come back and try it again. And so if we happen to hit level 3 before we find the bandit camp, then we might, if we remember, come back and try that again. Okay, so we got some. There's still a guy here though. What is this? John Kavkin. You see a dark-haired man of about 45, though the wrinkles on his face make him look 60 at first sight. He is currently a prisoner, judging from his tied hands. He slouches a bit, squinting short-sightedly at the light as he moves his lips as though speaking to someone invisible. He jerks his head up as he notices you. Praise Aristil, which is the god of family, farming, hunting, and trade. Okay. Someone finally chased off those scoundrels. Thank you, stranger. My name is Jod Kavkin. I'm a priest of Aristil from Galt, which is a nation of freethinkers and radicals. Those bandits attacked me as I was crossing the river. Said they wanted to make me their leader. Take me to the leader. Make me heal their wounds. Not a chance. The strength granted to me by Aristil is meant to help honest people, not robbers. Release John, I'm glad I could help. Oh, these times. To be as surprised to meet an honest man as to see a manticore at a vegetable stall. Thank you for your help. I've exhausted my supply of prayers, but I'll gladly repay you in the future once I've restored my strength. Come to me if you ever need to be healed or blessed. Another neutral action. I'm afraid an old fool like me won't be able to handle the mission given me by Aristil on my own. How can I search for the temple when the bandits around here won't let me take a single step? I'll head to Oleg Levington's trading post to rest and think on what to do next. Please, traveler, if you happen to discover the ruins of the Temple of the Elk, come inform old Jod. My gratitude will know no bounds. Okay. So he is a, I don't know, cleric or druid, one of the two, of Aristal, and he wants us to find a temple for him. Okay, we got another recipe. Okay, this must be locked because Lindsay's going over.
Applause, please.
Alright. Alright. So let's go ahead and learn that new recipe. Oh, we got a magic ring. Oh, that's so nice. So it's not magic, it's just important, I guess.
That is not far.
John didn't go very far, but we can't interact with him. Alright. So then, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so right here it says, we lost much time tracking the insidious Tartusio. The bandits surely had time to disappear and cover their tracks. So I don't know if the bandits are supposed to leave the Thorn River Ford if we go to see Tartusio and the game just isn't working the way it's supposed to, or if this is just um, flavor text that's designed to prompt you to go look for it. In any case, they were still there, and so we still have 80 days and 10 hours. Um, you know, it's always a little bit of pressure to have a time limit, but I feel like the time is big enough that it's not a huge deal. I mean, if you mess around enough, you can probably still fail it. Um, but that being said, um, I think we should have enough time. Okay. So now we can go towards this abandoned hut, or we can head down towards Old Sycamore. I think now that we've got the information of the bandits, I think I want to head back down to Old Sycamore. And I would imagine that we'd have to rest soon.
I tire.
Yeah, so everyone's getting fatigued. So we will rest here. Uh, we manage our camp here. This is terrible. No, no, no. Okay. When you're camping, um, you want to make sure to not have this box checked, because if you do that, I don't think they actually hunt. Um, and you'll use your rations in your pack, which you will need if you're underground or in an area where you can't hunt. So you want the actual rations for camping, like on the map, to come from your hunter. So how did we have this before? I think we had, let's see, maybe her there, her there. Uh, she's not very stealthy, is she? But I think she's better than anyone else at stealth. Alright. Yeah, and always make sure to use healing spells and abilities before resting. Since you get your spells back after you camp, you might as well. So this is an interesting thing here. Your companions, not you, but your companions, have special activities they can do. Um, as you see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have, you know, 5 kind of like needed slots. So this is going to be like when you have 6 people. someone will go there. It's a lot harder to do when you only have 4 to 5. Okay, so let's begin resting. See how much we fail. Okay, that's to be expected. Esteban Davida suddenly woke inside the house. Dogs were howling fiercely not far away. It smelled like burning. The wooden walls were steaming hot, and smoke was wreathing beneath the low ceiling. He looked out the window. The instant he approached the window, the glass broke and an arrow hit him in the chest. Falling, he glimpsed a dozen dark figures standing outside. His eyes dimmed. Esteban de Vega's skin felt cold. He heard the murmur of the water and the soft lapping of waves. After opening his eyes, he saw a rocky river bottom and a bloated body, tangled in green water weeds. The dry man's empty gaze was fixed upon Esteban de Vega. The dry man's mouth opened slowly, and a hoarse whisper said, "Shrike River, Esteban de Vega." At this moment, Esteban de Vega finally awoke. Drenched in sweat, he told us what he'd seen in his dream. Riverbed Nightmare. Okay. One of these horrible dreams that plague our leader each night. What terrible malefaction occurred on the shores of the Shrike River? And has my book suddenly turned from a heroic epic into a horror story? We can't get any rest at night lately, and it's not due to bed bugs in his bedroll. As soon as he closes his eyes, a nightmare begins tormenting him. A blow track close repeating the same words over and over. Shrike River. We should go there and discover the source of the terrible dreams. Okay, so something is causing these bad dreams. That apparently has to do with over here, because that's the only it's due on the map. And the really downside is that if we can't rest, he's not going to lose this condition, the fatigue condition, which makes him really poor in combat and skill checks. And if it keeps up, he might go to exhausted, which will make him pretty much worthless. Oh, he is exhausted. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna have to scratch going to Old Sycamore for now. Then we're gonna have to go over to this Nettles Crossing. Dun, 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 go this way. What is this? What? Excavation sites. Okay, it has something to do for later in the game, I guess. Enter. Hopefully there's not a lot of combat here, because Esteban will not be able to hit pretty much anything. But that reminds me, we need to switch him back to his sword.
I tire.
I know you do, buddy.
No mistakes.
Okay. Five coins across the river. It appears these posts was held a whip bridge. A small house burnt down a dozen years ago. Davik Nettle. The corpse's face is blurred from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand, clenching a sinister-looking spear, is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand is placed heavy on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to the skin, and trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. There you are. Uh, that would be a bad idea, probably. Who are you? Davik Nettle. A storm of bright images flashed before your eyes. A long time ago, this person, then a living man, came here from Brevoy, constructed a rope bridge, built a house, and lived in it, collecting payment from those who crossed the river. How did you die? You see a vision of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warm against your cheeks. 3 men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered helm, the Stag Lord. Angry faces, a quarrel, the glint of an unsheathed sword. Suddenly, the Stag Lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of the house had unleashed his hounds. A burning smell stirs you awake to the sound of loud barking. Flames are crawling up the walls, the sound of breaking glass, the bitter cold night air. You are outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. You hear the guffaw of 10 throats. You run, already in the middle of the bridge. The man in the antlered helm cuts one of the ropes. An ear-splitting scream fills the air. So it was you who sent me those nightmares. Gurgling, deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision, flooding your ears. All else becomes muffled, as if you are trapped underwater. You shake your head to cast off the apparition. What do you want from me? You see a vision of a man wearing an antlered helm. You hear a muffled groan, and the helm drops to the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are covered with hot blood. Too much blood. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something you were already going to do anyway? It makes you want to do nothing, just to spite them. Can't you kill the Stag Lord yourself? You see the Stag Lord and his cutthroats trying to build a new bridge here, then running madly away from the rotting monster. The Stag Lord has avoided this place ever since. Why must I be the one who does it? You feel invisible fingers, cold as stone, draw aside a wet strand of hair from your forehead. Don't know what that means. Okay, very well. I shall meet your vengeance upon the Stag Lord. The drowned man, who had been sitting motionless, nods his head. Come later. Take the spear. Okay, so if we kill the Stag Lord, apparently we come back here and get wherever the spear is, which maybe one of the other companions can use. Alright. Okay, there might be more down here to explore, but I don't want to risk that trying to move past will cause him to attack. So we're gonna back out of here. Come back the way we came. And then we're gonna rest to get rid of this fatigue and exhaustion. Okay. Now the question is, can we get closer to Sycamore before resting? Let's see what happens if we go this way. Ratner kill. I do not want to enter that place right now. Okay, let's rest. Manage. And the reason that I manage, even though everything is already set up the way I want it to be set up, is sometimes the game ticks this box anyway. Uh, so you want to manage and make sure that you're not going to use your rations when you camp. Okay. We're not going to send any cooking records here, but that's fine. Now let us enter Old Sycamore. We probably should have went back to Oleg's training post to get Svetlana her ring back, but that's okay. We'll do it after the old Sycamore.
Greetings.
Okay, so this is the guy that we met during the assassin ambush. He was the one who was putting out the fire. Kestingeris. Greetings, Kestingeris, the former captain of Jumanji Aldoi's personal guards. The former captain of Jumanji Aldoi's personal guard, too. He's no longer the captain. Nods to you as though you'd seen each other in Rostov only yesterday. He limps noticeably, and his clothes are stained with blood, and looks every bit as grim and focused as when you first met him. But this time you also sense a hint of excitement in his eyes.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I've conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence.
Yay.
Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy.
Told you.
That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Iravetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamandi sends her apologies. We almost had Tartuccio cornered when this damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. My people can barely stand, so I would be grateful if you would help us capture this Tartuccio. He must be somewhere nearby. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. The Sword Lords will remember this favor.
How did Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy.
I see.
His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamandi is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law.
I see. It's good to have friends in low places.
We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamande immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Iravetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
I'll see you later. Farewell. Okay, so we are going to end it here. This is probably a... Oh, yeah, this is a big area. So next time when we pick up, we'll be hunting for Tartuccio. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.